Good morning, block one. Today is November, what is today? November 8th. These are your notes for the first lesson in chapter 3. These will not be on the test, so the test that we have on Monday on chapter 2 will not include these notes or these skills. So we're just getting a head start on it since we're not testing until Monday. So the expectation is you'll take notes using this video. I do want you to fill in the cheat sheet as we go. We'll talk about the cheat sheet tomorrow in class. At the end of the video, I'll give you your assignment, and that'll be due at the end of class tomorrow as well. So here we go. Title is 3-1, ordered pairs, and the I can statement is I can write solutions of equations using ordered pairs. There are quite a few vocab words, all of which should be reviewed. The first one is ordered pair. As you can see, it's a point on a coordinate plane. So if you look up, you're sitting in our classroom right now, the math classroom. You have a coordinate plane above your head. If you look behind you, you have a coordinate plane on the bulletin board in the back of the room. And for those of you sitting up near the front, there is a small coordinate plane above the smartboard here. Our ordered pair would be a solution to a two-variable equation, and ordered pairs are expressed using x, y. X is your first coordinate, y is your second coordinate. As you just heard, a coordinate plane is a graph. The x-axis should be reviewed for you. The center line of a horizontal graph, the center horizontal line of a graph, and as hopefully you know, x is the axis that goes across. If you look at x, it makes a cross. That's how you remember it. And then y is the center vertical line of a graph, and we remember the y-axis is the vertical line because we say y to the sky. Last two terms would be quadrant, one of four sections of a coordinate plane. Again, if you look up, the quadrants are clearly marked in our classroom. And then the origin would be the center point of a graph. It is given the value 0, 0 as far as the coordinates are concerned. Again, looking up, it would be the Wi-Fi box in our classroom that is clearly labeled the origin. Number 2, we're going to actually start using x and y a little bit different than what you have in the past. It's not just about graphing, it's about using x, y to solve equations. First thing I'm going to show you would be a table of solutions in which x and y are going to go to work for you. They're going to be involved in an expression. This will be part of your homework assignment 2. So here we go. I have a table set up, and you'll see several of these in your homework assignment. You can see that the first part of the table is the x value. The expression is the second part of the table. Y is the third part of the table. And then put it all together for your ordered pair, which we would express as xy. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the equation y equals x plus 3 for x equals 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to plug in 1 for x, 2 for x, 3 for x, and 4 for x, all separately and individually. If we do so, and I'll work on the left side here of the of our 3-column notes here, if we plug in 1 for x using the equation y equals x plus 3, we simply would write y equals, instead of x, because x is going to be 1, we would write y equals 1 plus 3. And so if we do that, y equals 4. So to plug into the graph, if x is equal to 1, I gave you that, so we're going to write that right there. The expression we're using is x plus 3, so we're going to write x plus 3. And then we just solve for y, because we plugged in 1 for x. The value of y is going to be 4. And we're going to put that all together, and our ordered pair for that expression is going to be x is 1, y is 4, or the solution to our little equation on the left side that I did for you. So we're going to do the same thing for the number 2. If we plug in 2 for x, I can just write down 2 because that's what I'm given to plug in. If we plug in 2 for x, using the expression x plus 3, plug in the 2 for x, 2 plus 3 is 5, and our ordered pair would be 2, 5. If I plug in 3 for x, just using the chart to keep track of my numbers and expressions, if I plug in 3 for x, using the equation x plus 3, our y is going to be 6, and our ordered pair would be 3, 6. X is 3, y is 6. Last one, 4. So x is 4, I gave you that value. Continue to use the same expression, x plus 3. Plug in 4 for x, 4 plus 3 is 7. That's going to be our y. And our ordered pair would be 4 and 7. That's it. You're going to have several of these on your homework assignment and simply going to just fill in the table that I gave you to, or that will be given to you in your homework assignment to solve for x and y. This is just the beginning steps of what we're going to do with x and y as far as using them to help us solve equations. We will definitely expand this as we go forward throughout the course of the year. Number 3 is just a slight expansion of it. I'm going to slide down here. So I have a question for you. Is the ordered pair 3, 11? So x is 3, y is 11. X is 3, y is 11, because remember up here, I'm going to slide up. Remember that ordered pair, all the way up here are x, y. Okay, so sliding all the way back down. Sorry for the delay. Sliding all the way back down. It says, is 3, 11 a solution to the equation y equals 4x minus 1? You're simply going to plug in the 3 and the 11 to see if it works. So again, the 3 is the x, the 11 is the y. So we're going to plug in 11 for y, keep the equal sign. 4 is the coefficient in front of x. X is 3. And then we're going to drop our minus 1. So is 11 equal to 4 times 3 minus 1? If we do our math, 11 equals 12 minus 1. 11 does equal 11 because 12 minus 1 is 11. So the question is 3, 11 a solution to the equation y equals 4x minus 1? The answer is yes. The proof is right there when I plugged it in. Another example. Is the ordered pair 9, 17 a solution to 5x plus 3? Well, let's plug in. 5, my x is 9, so 5 times 9 plus 3 is equal to 17. Or is it not equal to 17? That's what we're trying to figure out. When I continue to plug in, 5 times 9 is 40, or not plug in, but solve, 5 plus 9 is 45, plus 3 is equal to 17. You know the answer already, I hope. Is 45 plus 3 equal to 17? 45 is not equal to 17, and therefore 9 and 17 is not a solution, because I have to answer the question. 9 and 17 is not a solution to 5x plus 3 equals y. So given the ordered pair, ask the question, do those ordered pairs work in the solution for the equation? You're simply going to answer yes or no. First one was yes, second one was no. Here's your evidence. Last part, and by the way, I didn't say this, but you should be doing cheat sheets for 1, you should be doing cheat sheets for 2, and you should be doing cheat sheets for 3. We'll talk about them tomorrow in class. So take a minute and do those if you haven't already. You can pause me to do that. Last one would be our application. The sales tax in Minnesota is 6.5%. The equation for the total cost of a taxable item in Minnesota is y equals 1.065x. So let me explain this. Hopefully you're remembering that a percent is converted into a decimal. It's just part of one whole. So 6.5% is really 6.5%, should be a decimal point there, is equal to 0.065, because when you convert from a percent to a decimal, you move the decimal point 2 places to the left. The 1 that I gave you in this equation, the 1 just represents the cost of the item. The 0.065 would be the cost of the item, and the 0.065 would be, on top of that, the taxable part of the item. Okay, so hopefully the y equals 1.065x makes sense to you. Again, down here I explained it a little bit further. Y would be the total cost of your item plus the tax, and x would be the item cost without the tax. So the question is, let's plug it in and see if it makes more sense. How much will you pay in total for a taxable $15 purchase? So you go to the store, you buy something that costs $15. Let's say we buy something at the grocery, or let's say we buy a t-shirt for $15. When you bring it up to the cash register, you need to pay for it. And let's just say it's a taxable t-shirt. Even though clothes in Minnesota aren't taxed, we're going to pretend they are for now. So you need to pay for the t-shirt, plus you need to pay the tax. So what the cash register person is going to do is they're going to take your t-shirt, they're going to scan it, it's going to automatically go into the computer, and the computer is going to use this formula, y equals 1.065x. Okay? So, it'll spit out a number, and that's how much you owe. The spit it out number. The number that is spit out is y, which we don't know yet. The 1 represents the cost of your shirt because you bought a shirt for $15. So 15 times 1 would be 15. The 0.065 is going to be the tax part of the t-shirt. And the X, as we set up here, would be the cost of the item without tax, which was $15. So we've got Y, your total cost, is 1.065 times 15. Punch that into your calculator, and you're going to get a cost, or punch that into the computer that's scanning at the store, you're going to get a cost of $15.98. In total, and you can use your calculator to find this, in total you are paying 98 cents in tax because 6.5% of 15 is your 98 cents, which we added on. So again, this is maybe a little bit disjointed because I'm doing a video, but hopefully you can understand where the X's and the Y's start coming to play when you are writing and solving equations. If not, we'll clear everything up for you tomorrow. So be ready for questions if you have them. Don't forget your cheat sheet on this one. And then you will finish your assignment for tomorrow as well, which is going to be, I'm going to open it up really quick. It's in chapter 3. Your review is open and ready for you to go. Go to 3.1 ordered pairs, homework, open me for 3.1 homework. You are going to do practice C. So I'm going to open up practice C. You are going to do 1 through 11 odd. You can see your tables here. Number 11, you have to write an equation, which is something we've been doing now for a couple of chapters, and solve it. So I need work on number 11. I need work on number 11. As far as your tables are concerned, if you want to make your tables 4, 9, 7, and 5, that would be great. If you just want to like plug in and keep track of what you're plugging in for the numbers, that'd be great. But I'm going to ask you to tell me what all of your answers are for the Y and for the XY, or whatever they're asking you to give. It looks like they already plugged in the X for you, so you should be good to go for that particular column. And just so you're not confused, this is always going to be the same thing. 2x plus 5, 2x plus 5, 2x plus 5, and so on and so forth. So really all I need is your Y and your XY. Okay, so you're going to do the odds on that particular assignment, and then you are going to do problem solving. So you're going to do 2 different sheets here, 2 different parts. In the problem solving, you are going to do 1, write the ordered pair. 2, answer the question. 3, write the ordered pair using the equation above. And 4, write the ordered pair using the equation above. I believe you have to show work on number 4. That shows the Fahrenheit equivalent of 22 degrees. Yes, I think number 4, you're going to have to solve for, this is number 4, right? Ordered pair that shows the Fahrenheit equivalent of 22 degrees Celsius. No, number 3, you're going to have to show work because you're plugging in 86 for F and you're solving for C. So on this one, I just need answers for 1, 2, and 4. 3, I should see your work to solve for the missing variable. Do the best you can. I know it's a video. It's a little harder to work on a video. Do the best you can with your assignment, with your notes, and we'll clear everything up tomorrow. Good luck.